President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi attended the closing session of the Economic Conference Egypt 2022 on Tuesday. He said the state is committed to implementing recommendations of Egypt Economic Conference 2022. The head of state said that institutions must intensify efforts to back government programs. President el-Sisi also said the aim from holding the national dialogue was to be comprehensive with regards to issues and parties. He added that he regards himself as a person who was asked to intervene to protect his nation and that the army is part of the state's executive body. President el-Sisi said that there is need for the dialogue platforms to operate in all files, adding that 7 years in the path of a country is not too long. President el-Sisi also said that media content needed for next 20 years is to serve the idea and unify efforts, and there is also a need to unify the culture of dealing with the current status. He highlighted the role of the media in backing the economy and attracting investments. President el-Sisi added that global challenges, circumstances, dictate the necessity to holding dialogue to exchange views and solutions. He reiterated that the private sector is invited to take part in proposed projects, adding that state and armed forces companies are up for all. The head of state said that overpopulation is an old problem in Egypt that has not been solved so far, and that public and state efforts must be mobilized to achieve their development. President el-Sisi saluted the army for its role in supporting the state and achieving development, and said that many measures were taken to develop the agricultural sector in Egypt. President el-Sisi also said that many measures were taken to develop the agricultural sector in Egypt, and many decisions were taken to develop the health and education sectors, that the decision to establish civil universities came within the framework of developing the educational process. He reiterated the importance of holding the conference every year. Speaking earlier at the closing session, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli said the state exit from national bodies does not mean selling assets. He said that the state will continue with economic reform despite challenges, and it is important to continue the economic reform to achieve growth, adding that the government will work on implementing a mechanism for communication with other parties. Madbouli reiterated that the annual economic conference is suggested to review investment plans and invite foreign investors. The conference, which was held with the aim of reaching an economic roadmap for the state in the coming period, was attended by Egyptian economists and prominent figures. Organizers said it also aimed to up the competition flexibility of the Egyptian economy.
President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi met on Tuesday with ministers taking part in the 24th Forum of Gas Exporting Countries. President el-Sisi received the head of the delegation in the new administrative capital in a meeting that was attended by the Minister of Petroleum, Tariq al-Mullah. During the meeting, President el-Sisi asserted the important role of this forum to enhance international energy cooperation. The President urged all parties to exert the utmost effort in all energy fields in the bid to reach the maximum usage from natural gas resources. The head of state asserted that this effort guarantees achieving fair energy exchange and ensuring that all countries benefit from their natural resources. The President also expressed hope that all attending countries will participate in the Global Climate Conference COP27, which will be held in Sharm el-Sheikh next November. The upcoming conference will highlight the important role of natural gas and ways of achieving a balance between development and prosperity for nations and preserving the environment. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi congratulated on Tuesday the British Prime Minister on assumed post. President el-Sisi in his pointing out that he to joint cooperation with the newly picked Prime Minister to strengthen bilateral relations, achieve security and stability, and spread wide peace worldwide. The Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, Sheikh Ahmed al-Tayyib, on Tuesday met with Egypt's new ambassadors to Tanzania and Senegal. Al-Azhar's Grand Imam said education is a top priority for Al-Azhar to support fellow African countries and propagate the institution's moderate approaches. Al-Tayyib asserted that to serve this end, Al-Azhar sends envoys and offers training sessions for imams in different African states, notably in Tanzania and Senegal. 6 Palestinians were killed in one of the largest firefights in recent weeks, and another was killed later after Israeli occupation forces raided the flashpoint city of Nablus in the occupied West Bank earlier on Tuesday. Palestinian health officials said at least 20 people, including some gunmen and members of the Palestinian security forces, were also wounded in Nablus, which has been at the center of violent clashes in recent months. The story.
6 Palestinians were killed in sweeping Israeli raids